Hello everyone, I'm Extra87 and this is Let's Play Trails Through Daybreak Part 80. In the previous video we came down with our big buddies into the forbidden illegal districts, and then we met up with everyone, including some new mysterious people who, well, you know what they say about new mysterious people, when they're not immediately given a connection to an existing organization, they're probably Grail Knights, so we're just gonna kind of assume that's what they are, even though it's really weird they didn't straight up tell us. Like, I don't know what the secrecy was, you know, having them show up and then just not address the elephant in the room of like, who are the weirdos in hoods. So either they're some new group or they're probably Grail Knights, because that's just kind of like a series thing. If somebody shows up, they're mysterious, no obvious connection to an existing organization, they're Grail Knights. Hey there, come on, have some fun. Just don't get too naughty, alright? I was gonna say your client base is old as hell, but it's just the one lady who's old as hell. That was some good entertainment today. Sure made this old hag happy. They got some pretty colorful youngins lined up. Can't wait to see what sort of havoc they end up wreaking. Not your average grandma, this one. She gives off a really sinister aura. I'm not sure why. Blacklight ain't without its downsides, but when you're old and you got more time you know what to do with, it's the only place to be. Just don't call it my retirement, because I still got plenty of fuel left in this tank. Send the waitress over this way.
What'll it be?
Give me a Lucky Collins? Yeah.
Come again.
Just add it to Van's ever-growing collection of rotten food. We're gonna get to the end of the game and it'll be... I'm talking, Agnes!
No need to fret. I have this area all mapped out.
This shit ain't on DPS. You get to the end of the game and then Van can throw his rotten bag of food that's been fermenting the whole time and it's just one-shots the boss.
What?
What? I said what I said.
Wow, there sure are a lot of bars in this place.
They are likely the only sources of refuge for the people here.
I think you're just more likely to get stabbed at a bar, personally.
Hey, gorgeous. Why don't you stop and chat?
The Coliseum's really buzzing today. Must be something big going on up there. I'd say it's as good a reason to let loose and party hard, though, don't you? I've got just the right drinks to make that happen. In fact, here's a secret. It really turns me on when somebody buys one of my pricier bottles. Do that and I'll throw in an extra treat. That just doesn't seem worth it. I feel like we could just go, you know, talk to one of the other people and not have to buy the alcohol. Just skip that part. There sure are places like this on the surface. Had my attention when you mentioned the Coliseum, but maybe that can wait. That's what no laws and no regulations does to a place. Just don't let them suck you in and you'll regret it. Yeah, that's a terrible deal, Aaron.
All my stuff is to die for.
I mean, unless you do want the expensive alcohol, then, like, I guess, but it's probably got such a big markup that maybe you could just go, like, shop around.
See you later, handsome.
Like, you get the alcohol by itself, and then you get the, extra treat from a second solicitor, you know? The road seems to lead to the outside, but the door before it is locked. Did I actually talk to you? Yeah, I did. Okay. Bulls Arena. This man's gonna punch a robot in the face. Oh, he got shot.
There's a match going on right now.
Is some kind of arena? Nice.
Yeah, this here's where they hold fighting tournaments. You go in and beat the shit out of each other. Makes for a gambling hotbed, as you can imagine. Color me intrigued. Oh, that's awesome. It sounds like an amazing place to train. No gambling. Right. Okay, you can go risk your life in the blood sports, but no gambling, remember? That's absolutely off limits. Yeah, no, literally anything goes in there. Roids, mods, explosives, you name it. Ain't the place to train. But, you know, fighting monsters on the side of the street, that's okay. Straight up blood sport in there. The organizers even come up with bullshit reason to make you fight monsters and archems. Even if you survive all the shit they throw at you, it really ain't worth it. Just steer clear of it, alright? That's fair. It sounds like you really have to be on your toes in there. Pretty decent prize money if you win, though. I'll give them that much credit. It's only one way to make ends meet down here. Mr. Arkwright, you're not speaking from experience, are you? Nah, that shit ain't my scene. Well, I mean, not anymore. So, they didn't really answer the question? Or, I mean, it answered the question, but not in the way you thought you answered the question? Look, there were hard times, okay? That bastard paid for a new truck, and he didn't have to pay for all the mods like the previous one he had. Whatever you say, Chief. Next time you decide to enter, let me know so I can put my money on you. Hell no, I ain't setting no fucking foot back in the cesspit again. I do love me an arena, though. That's a spirit, Joe. Can't wait to see you kick ass in your next match. Kill that stupid bastard, you hear me? I got all my money riding on you. Don't have to tell me twice. Once I'm done with him, we're having ourselves a good old-fashioned bloodbath. I'll knock the sumbitch out in one blow and I won't stop till the whole town's red.
So...
That just seems like an unlikely. Like, I don't think the human body makes that much blood. No gambling? What the hell? Who is this person? Guess we have to loop back around.
Strange posse. Hey, mister, how about some reading material?
What? We don't read. Not down here, we don't. Well, unless what type of reading material are we talking about? Oh my goodness, is that you, Van? Is it? It is, isn't it? My beloved fourth boyfriend has finally returned to me? What? Damn, Chief, say some girls to the rest of us. What chick in this town don't you have crawling all over you? Yeah. I'm old, not insane. You really think I get with a girl like her? Piss off. The fuck, man? What'd you say fuck me for? No, you saved me. You held my hand and rescued me from those awful no-good cops on my tail. You were my knight in shining armor, saved me from those false charges. Remembering it gives me butterflies. Yeah, those charges were false, then I'm Sheena Dirk. Bullshit, lady. You gotta kick that habit of yours, stabbing every guy you fall for like there's some kind of corkboard. What? What did you say she does? Pardon me, this sounds like an obvious question, but may I ask, why do you go to such lengths? Oh, that's just so embarrassing. Are you really gonna make me answer? I mean, what won't a girl do for love? She'll do whatever it takes to make a man hers, each and every last reg of him. It's only natural. This chick takes possessive to a whole new level. She's certainly a unique person, even under circumstances. Yeah, we call that second-degree murder. Not second-degree murder. Attempted murder? Hold on, doesn't that mean Van could be next? His life's in danger. The hell it is! I just told you, she and I are not a thing, period. It's only normal for a girl in love to be a little possessive. Her man should be all hers. So I stab every boyfriend I'm on like a little pincushion, and then when I'm done, I tell him I'm breaking up with them. Okay, maybe it is second degree. Well, that'd probably be first degree murder if you're stabbing him like a pincushion. Why does it have to be like this? Why do the police always get involved in such a tiny little argument? Well, for now, I'm laying low until things cool down. I have you to thank for making it all possible. Anyway, I like to collect books in my free time. Van, what? Alright, maybe Van is a piece of shit. For a collection of books, these make for a rather stark selection, I must say. You know, a lot of romance novels and prison diaries. She certainly has very specific tastes. Smile and wave, gang. Smile and wave. You try and actually hold a conversation with her and she'll break your mind in half.
Alrighty.
What'll you have today?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
How doth one read? Can we... Why the fuck do I need a recipe to learn how to make toast? Okay, at least it doesn't actually say learn recipe for toast. Put in toaster. That'll be 2,000 Mira.
Let's talk if you've got a minute.
You know, how are you always so cute? You're always such a sweet, considerate little angel. Oh, there's a lady. Hell are you looking at? Can't you give a gal some privacy? Killing the goddamn vibe. Sorry, we'll be out of your way. She was a completely different world there. Talk about zoning out. She sure as hell doesn't look all bark, though. Kind of feel like she used to be a Jaeger. Maybe she's retired. Either way, she really loves her son. I hope it's her son. You're the courier lady. You gonna tell me more stories about the outside? Of course, what are you curious about today, kiddo? I want to know about where mommy came from. You give me a hug, too? Just an irresistible little munchkin, aren't you? Alright, come here. Even Hermes is no match for the power cuteness. Can I have some curry, her? Gotta say, I didn't expect to find you here. How long you been down here? Not too long. I'm just here for work. I'm guessing you and the rest of your office are taking a breather? Whatever you're up to, be careful. This place has no shortage of unique characters to look out for. Let's say that again. You ain't giving them too much credit. Characters almost make them sound reasonable. Well, you know, seriously, why did Van save the murderer? What was that about? I find it best to stay neutral and avoid ruffling any feathers. I don't shy away from anyone. You need something hard on your mule for the right price and the right conditions, of course. And here, I thought she'd gone batshit and set up shop down here. Guess not that surprising in retrospect, though. She might not technically be part of the underworld, but she's got one foot in it for sure. Just for reference, there's no alcohol in this. I can't go ferrying around orders all drunk and dizzy now, can I? Yeah, that's what I was concerned about. Not the, like, illegal, can't spit it out, man. Illegality of it all? Ain't that the truth? Wait, booze or no booze? How the hell is she able to down that with her helmet still on? That's a really good question. I'm curious now, too. Granted, I actually do care more about drunk driving than, like, contraband, so... I love the curry her lady. It's nice she comes to visit me. I wish she would come every day. I mean, I guess if you order something every day.
Don't take too long to decide now. Come back soon.
Just so we're absolutely clear, if you do anything to my Yoda, and I do mean anything, you're going to pay the price for it big time. You're going to drink at my bar, I expect you to know your place. Got it? Hey. My eyes deceived me. Was that Beauty's Blade working for Tayway and Ouroboros? And those weren't the only intriguing faces present either. I shudder to think what's about to happen if all they were putting their heads together.
Best come again soon.
I remember all you guys. Interesting. You make for one strange group when you all come here together. Hey, what isn't weird when you live in the Blacklight district, right? Common sense is for the surface dwellers. Just be careful down here, folks. These parts can leap out and bite you if you don't keep an eye out. Have we ever talked to you? I remember seeing you all pass through here earlier. Glad to see you managed to reunite with Mr. Van. Be careful where you walk. The more trouble you can avoid, the better. Blacklight's full of danger. Stranger danger, especially. Actually, I don't even know if we talked to you originally. Because I feel like I made the joke about hockey, and then we opened the shop, and then I walked away. Don't make eye contact with anyone who looks the least bit suspicious, alright? Okay. Thank you for the advice, sir. Not to change the subject, may I ask why you wear that mask? Its design is quite curious. Oh, you mean this thing? Gee willikers, I feel so darn silly talking about it. Cardinal indulgence of mine. Another life I was a little naughty, you see. Oh, that's neat. It's like it's his own little weird quirk. Quirk my ass. Man, it's creepy as all get out. I know he's weird, but this is what the Blacklight is. Just roll with it.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
These ain't even good, man. Don't sell me bad stuff. I didn't even think that these... Maybe I guess I should have waited until the next area to buy armor now that I think
We
about
await
it.
your next visit.
Maybe we'll just hope the armor isn't upgraded in the next zone for some reason. Oh, wait. We didn't talk to, you. You know, I had some funny hookahs come. Well, you already said that. You're just using... Oh, wait, though. Some of this info's new. He's talking about those orbital hookahs. Good to hear the police got rid of them. Generally, the shop's been around. Or the longer the shop's been around, the better the vendors know what to sell and what not to sell. This lady here's a bit of an outlier. It ain't that scary shopping down here. Just remember where those lines are and make sure you don't cross them, alright? I was thinking I was getting baited by them telling us it's new dialogue when it's not. That has happened before. Yeah.
Proceeding to neutralize.
You're in for it now.
Ah,
Fine.
I like their
let's play.
spunk.
Yeah, Fairy, you should be
If
kicked out of
we
the party.
must.
This'll hurt.
Oh, I got no CP.
Hit him fast, Fairy.
We
Keep it up. It's
haven't used this. I mean, her having an art attack seems kind of cringe, but just for the sake of seeing the animation.
Fierce Guardian Blade. Slice him out.
Go time!
I mean, lowering defenses isn't bad. It's just kind of expensive to not really do that much damage.
You make me sick. Come on.
Nice counter, Van.
I won't lose. Activating drive. There.
Oh, damn, she cast that fast.
Here goes.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry, as they say. They being me, but...
Go time!
Sucker.
You've got this, Agnes!
Activating drive.
This is it. No need to be scared.
Oh, you're healing.
Son of a...
You think shooting around giant beams of water would cause, like, property? Like, are we gonna get sued for destroying the local infrastructure? Gee, you guys figured it out, but the Blacklight district ain't exactly the kind of place you visit for fun. And it's another story, but the rest of you make easy pickings for scumbags and lowlifes hacking it down here. What are you talking about? I mean, like, maybe Agnes, but granted, she also did the most damage in that fight, so... You don't come down here by yourselves, understood? I get what you mean. Things can get really dicey if you get surrounded here. But if you bring a buddy along, I bet it'd make for a fun fight. Well, ideally you won't be fighting in a city at all. I didn't realize there were so many people like that down here. Yep, pretty spooky when you think about it. This world is here a whole lot closer to yours than you might be comfortable with. Honestly, I'm just more surprised this all existed right under my nose. At least it's something... At least it's surprising to someone as well-to-do as me. Perhaps I'm just not very aware of my surroundings. You'd think this would be something of a problem, but it's like everyone just turns a blind eye to it. Hear ya. Blacklight's a lawless place, but they got their own rules instead. Big one being you don't drag innocent civilians into your messes down here. Most tend to follow that, so they'll leave you alone. Keyword being most. So don't step out of line like we just saw. Reminds me of Hayway's own code. Do you visit here often, Mr. Arkride? You seem to be rather well informed about this area. I've checked in from time to time. There's intel down here that you can't find anywhere else. As you guys might have noticed by now, it's a good place to sharpen your street smarts. I totally get what you meant. This gotta be like the best part of this whole trip. I don't really know why the street needs to be smart though. Me? Jaeger born and bred, ain't ya? Or man, Jaeger born and bred, ain't ya? My man came at the perfect time. Come step inside and have some fun. Bring your lady friends too. You're gonna love the girls that got here. Plenty to choose from, and they're all people pleasers in more ways than one. Anyway, enjoy your stay in the Blacklight district. There's nowhere else to need it that can tend to your deepest wants and needs like we can. Seen the guy around here from time to time. Never knew he was a barker till now. It sure makes sense. The cops don't come down here. If you want to do the dirty and the down low, this is where you go. Okay, so I guess we're donesies. We can start heading out. One last double check. Can we talk to you? Yeah, you're book lady.
Don't think I've seen you before.
You know what, I just realized we haven't checked any bulletin boards here. Nah, don't sweat that. As a rule, don't take 4 SPGs from anybody down here. Why not? There are a lot of people here who could use some help, aren't there? For real, nobody down here is exactly innocent, so I can't imagine them being able to go to the cops or braces for help. That's the problem. There's some rare exceptions, but almost everybody down here has a checkered past in some way. Ultimately, I can't trust them not to abuse the system. Worst case scenario, I get farmed out as a grunt for some real sketchy shit. Not worth it. But like, can't they just walk upstairs and write it down on the normal bulletin boards? It's not like they're locked down in here. That does make sense given Spriggan's reputation for assisting in legally gray matters. I can see how a bad faith actor might exploit them for their own gain, and how society at large would offer little to defend them. Or even if they were locked down here, like, oh, I can't go up top, it's too hot, you could just like pay someone a very small amount of money to like stick something on the bulletin board. To be clear, I already make a point of filtering out those garbage posts to start with. More than anything else, it'd just be a giant time sink trying to vet requests in these parts. That's the biggest reason I don't. Much as some folks might think otherwise, I don't deal with criminals. Remember 10 minutes ago when Van apparently helped a murderer run from the cops? I deal with people with complicated problems. When somebody has a problem they can't rely on the law or the guild to solve, they come to me. That's all there is to it. That's Van for you. What can I say? It's worked for me so far. Must be doing something right. End of the day, if someone here really wants my services, they're not completely out of luck. They still got 2 options. Post a 4 SPG in another part of town, and then come talk to me. Same as anybody else, really. Yeah. Okay, at least they acknowledge that it's kind of a weird, I mean... It just seems kind of like an unnecessary rule, but I guess the slight extra burden maybe would filter out people. Doesn't mean I'll agree to help, but I'll hear him out at least. That's our boss, always trying to keep the door open. Gonna be honest, I would have never thought, oh, it's weird he doesn't answer requests down here. Or like, why isn't there a bulletin board down here? That would have never been a question I had. After leaving the district, they made their way to the surface following a different route. Damn, started this late. We were down there a while. Connects to the Riverside District too? It was like waking up from a dream. Guess it was all a bit too much for a kid. Speaking of kids, somebody's got boy ran into who's the son of a Jaeger. I really liked it down there. Shady criminals excluded. It was like a conflict could break out at any second. A perfect place for training. Not this again. At least they hadn't fully descended into anarchy, even if the rules were somewhat lax. It seemed like a good place to procure goods and materials you can't get on the surface. Yeah, I don't want anyone getting hooked on the place, but use it when you need to just follow the rules. That goes to you in particular, Aaron. You okay, Anyas? You're being weird. No, I'm perfectly not weird. I was just a lot to take in. I'm feeling a bit of culture shock, I suppose. Can hardly blame you. Sorry, I was probably making you feel even worse with how carried away I was getting. You don't need to feel responsible. It's just, to be honest, I got something else in my mind too. Does kind of feel like for some reason I gotta go to Basel. Would you like to explain why I need to go to Basel? Worried about things at school? Yes, actually, there's a major opportunity coming up I was consider opting into. I think I've decided against it. Nope! We're already going! We gotta go meet up with Kid and Blade Wolf. IF LQ84I. There's nothing more it can teach me that I haven't learned already after all? Oh? You may be wondering, why can I never remember any characters' names in games that I play for hundreds of hours on camera, yet I think I remember the like, serial number of the first mini-boss of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance? The answer is, I don't know. I don't know.
Our information did not lead us astray, I see.
Oh. Hello, it's me!
It's good to see you all, my friends.
That it is.
Your Highness? Stalker ass. Damn, talk about showing up unexpected. This is what the chief was talking about?
Correct. His Highness and I have something to discuss with you. Please, climb in.
So spacious in here. This here's an Etoile stretch limo, right? Hell of a luxury. Ride smooth as a baby's ass, too. Still in to move up in the world, huh? Suspension systems in a luxury vehicle like this versus my pickup are built for totally different things. Speaking of, I take it you like the part I sent you? I got it on special order to ensure it didn't clash with the aesthetic of your truck. Like undersells it, it's a thing of beauty. Even if that ulterior motive on sending it wasn't just in my head. Still, I'm glad you're both looking well. Thank you. My apologies again for all the trouble we caused you. We weren't expecting you all again so soon either. But we were already here for a visit with the president, so the timing happened to line up. What? That Gramhart guy. I heard he eats babies. Didn't see anything about a meeting on the news. Some kind of secret talks. You need to concern yourself with details that are on a need-to-know basis. Like, I mean, considering you just, like, randomly picked us up off the street, I feel like we need to know. Well, we are living in crazy times. No doubt there's plenty for our leaders to be talking about. Much that bugs me, you've clearly got something besides that you want to dump on us. Oh? I think I see what's going on now. We're going to go to Basel.
I'm sure you do. We invited you here in the hopes of hiring you.
To go to Basel.
This is a joint request from Elsheim and the CID.
For you to go to Basel. That's quite the pair. I'm committing to nothing but keep going.
The short of it is, we'd like you to go on another trip for us.
To Basel.
To the home of the Verne Company. The city of Basel in the southwest.
What? That's Calvert's biggest orbit manufacturer, isn't it? Sounds like a big one.
If you could take a look at the screen.
Basel is an industrial city that is home to both the Verne Group's HQ and the Basel Institute of
I
Science.
feel like I've seen that bridge before. I feel like that's a Cold Steel ass bridge. I feel like that's one of the canyon areas in Cold Steel.
Its artisanal district dates back to the Middle Ages, and it is surrounded by an abundance of nature. Our problem is that as of late, the city's orbital network has become unstable. In addition, suspicious individuals have been sighted leaving and entering the city.
Don't tell me it's... ... them. No way, could it be? I hope it's not. I know what you're thinking, but we can't assume that until we have all the facts, of which we have very little. Under normal circumstances, we would be well informed of the situation as our country has deep ties with the Institute. Unfortunately, its director also happens to be Verne's CEO, has been notably unforthcoming as of late. That's strange. Isn't your country one of Verne's largest shareholders? Shareholders? Shareholder? It's a hard word. It's a hard word, people. Like to see you try it. Yes it is. We're not their principal shareholder, but we still wield considerable influence over the company. And in spite of that, the CEO has been emphatically vague in response to our questions. We suspect he is merely buying time. For what, though, I do not know, but his sudden shift in behavior indicates he's hiding something, hence my request to you. You think they would really let, like, a foreign country take, like, a major interest of, like, such an important company for national defense, or not, national defense? I feel like they would not let them own a significant share of the Verne Company, if we're being, like, real. You're not giving me much to work with here. you're looking for technical experts, you come to the wrong place. Oh, I beg to differ. After all, you have one of Marduk's very own concierges in your employ. Most little birdie told me you're testing some revolutionary new technology at present. Oh, you mean that Sima thingy? It's still undergoing testing, but we plan to reveal it to the public eventually. You know, when we all learn that this whole thing's been in the Matrix. Good to hear. I'll most certainly be looking forward to it. Anyway, if you took our request to the guild, it'd land at the bottom of the list of priorities given that no civilian casualties have occurred. Also, much like the police, there's wary as a fox with these sort of mysteries. Alright, if we're on the job, we can deal with problems you'd rather keep away from the public eye. Conditions are fair, but you better be willing to pay top mirror for our services. You can count us out. Oh, you needn't worry there. If anything, that makes you more trustworthy in our book. Is that a fact? Well, I think we should definitely consider taking this on, especially if Almada's involved. If possible, I'd like to ask one thing before we agree to take this on. What's the CID's connection to this case? You haven't been upfront about that. Oh. Never the sharp one. Vern and the Institute are currently part of two national projects. One of them is for making the Zypha standard available to the general public, both at home and abroad. The technology is a national secret, so our involvement should be no surprise. Well, it's not that national of a secret. Apparently Elsum could just be like, hey, give us the specs. We own 30% of the company. We'll make your life incredibly difficult if you don't. Makes sense. Gotta stay on top of any leaks and scandals so they don't slip through the cracks. What about the other project? Classified. Ah, come on. Does it have to do with turning people into, like, robot monsters? No. Even I don't know the specifics there, so I'm in the same boat as you all. I did try pressing the president for details, but he simply wouldn't budge. Apologies, that's all the reason why I cannot divulge any information about the project. The point is, there are many reasons for our involvement. That sounds fishy as hell, but whatever, get on with it. As you wish. The issue of the Zypha Standards funding source also needs to be addressed. I will delegate that task to your group's chief and concierge. Huh? What do you mean? Since when did you become my boss? Fine, I'll explain. Zypha being Vern's 6th generation combat orb, it's common knowledge at this point. There's a little known fact about the project's humble beginnings. It got a massive capital injection from an interested party. And that party just so happens to be ... the Valis Investment Bank. Which, as it so happens, is also the largest shareholder of Marduk, my employer. I see. Sure feels like I'm hearing the name Valis a lot lately. Valis, as in the city-state? Correct. It's a giant port city in the Central East. It may not have much land, but through trade at the South Sea, its people have amassed a great fortune which they're investing all over the continent. They're both our allies and our competitors. The Valis Investment Bank is owned by them. You're trying to drag our asses into a Central Eastern turf war, also we can be your eyes and ears? I guess they could be sitting in their own spy, especially if state-level secrets are for grabs. In short, you want us to investigate a highly complex situation from a neutral standpoint to get to the bottom of what's happening there. Does that about sum it up? I'll give you an 85 for that answer. In the event that Valis attempts to interfere, we'd also like you to act as a mediator. Got this all mapped out. Mediation is not one of our specialties, unfortunately, so I'm not certain if we're your best option for that. On the contrary, I think you are all our safest bet on that front. Should you take our request, you will stay in Basel for 3 days. I'm sure there'll be other 4 SPGs you can juggle at the same time. I'm sure Basel has many cats. We can't expect you to leave at once, but it would be best if you departed within the next few days. Wait! I wanted to go to Basel! Alright, give us some thought when we get back. Can't make any promises. I understand. We won't be out of options if you refuse. The CID never puts all its eggs in one basket. Regardless, everything we've told you is strictly confidential. Although, I think a rather unexpected issue might work out in our favor here. ... dot 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 long dot short dot double long dot. After that, Prince Sherid and King Hain saw them back to their office. Once they arrived, they enjoyed dinner at Montmartre before gathering to discuss the Crown Prince's request. Man, can't believe we're going to Basel. That's crazy. Take it you ain't heard a thing about all this from your old company? I'm naturally aware of the plan to make the Zypha standard available to the masses, but not about the problems in Basel. If A really is involved, I've never expected to have already been informed. I would have expected. I can't read, man. Gotcha. Does sound like something that'd take us 3 days either way. But if we're looking at things at Vern and the Institute, we're going to need to work mostly on weekdays. But that would mean Anya's... Actually, the timing here is rather perfect. You see, Anya's explained. Wow, high school here sounds really fun. Sorry, Fairy, you'd have to go to like a poor school, which may or may not even exist. As far as we know, the only schools are like for the rich. Like, I don't think we've really seen any mention of like schools that are not for the elite. It's basically, it's like everybody gets to go to the local Sunday school where some person with no real training tells people basic stuff. And then after that, you're sent to go work in the mines at age 12. Just a big school in the capital to bust out the fancy trips. Artemis is all about students thinking for themselves, so something like this makes sense. Bet you'll have reports to write for days about it too. Yes, actually, some of my friends who came here the other day are considering Basel too. I was interested in going myself, but I wasn't sure whether or not that was the best decision. But you would be leaving next Thursday for 3 days, so the timing matches up splendidly. It's almost as if Arusha wants this to happen. Not that I think my personal circumstances should push us into taking this on, of course. Of course. That goes both ways. You're a student first, and I'll go forcing your decision to line up with our job. And if we do end up in the same general place, your studies might mean we won't even see each other. I suppose that's true. That still kind of hurts. Huh? Speak up! I'm old! Can't hear you over there! That's rich coming from the guy who always decides where we'll go based on who'll shove dessert down his throat. Speaking of which, what are we gonna find in Basel on that front? Excellent question! A baked tart called an Ingarden is probably the most famous. It's made of walnuts and honey nougat and has a simple but mellow taste as just... walnuts. Gross. I suppose Van's right. I need to make up my own mind about what to do. Otherwise my great-grandfather would never, or dad for that matter. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause you concern. Not at all. I don't think anyone could blame you for feeling conflicted here. But should we end up going to the same place, rest assured that I will do all I can to support you. She's way too perceptive. Thank you, but why? It's the part where the script says Anya's glows. No way! I'll speak to our friends at school tomorrow. If you could work under the assumption we'll all be going and prepare accordingly. Got it, but... don't forget that I'm a student first and foremost, right? I won't. I'll make this work so I can handle my obligations properly both here and at school. Plus, they can't fail me. They're not allowed to. Good night. Night. Guess we'll be leaving next Thursday, same day as Artemis. But Ren and the Prince just dumped this on us. I'm not calling him Renee, by the way. Just for the record, I'm making a damn stand. After the whole, oh, you can't call Ren Renee, even though it's the way her name is fucking spelled. No, you can't do that. That's terrible. You're a horrible, stupid idiot. After that, but then they come in, they introduce a new character who has the same fucking name, but now he is actually called Renee? Fuck you. Alright? So they can wait until tomorrow for an answer. Still, she's sure looking brighter than I was when I met her. How much she's got weighing on her, I'm sure she's still got a lot to work through. But I'll look out for her as best I can, being her boss and all. Whew, sure was a day. Guess I'll go for a walk to wind down before bed.
Here we are with the latest in traffic. This feels relaxing.
Oh, an evil wolf, little pig, let me come in. Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin, said the little piggy. And then he got eaten. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your straw house down. Ah, Mommy's a really scary wolf. Watch out, you may, I'm gonna eat you. No, don't eat me, just go back to reading the story. What kind of font do you think the Three Little Pigs would have to be on to fill up an entire book? I guess it could be multiple books. It could be like a collection of children's stories, but still, I feel like you could probably fit 100 children's stories and still not have like half that length, unless you're going with like size 24 font and pictures that take up 70% of the page. But I don't see no pictures. Man, she just does it all, diva. More like divine. You can read me a bedtime story anytime. True, that's pretty true. Good to see you, Van. Kiddo join Yume for some playtime. Sure she'd be delighted. I'm good. Kiddo will have me here all night. Got work to do.
What'll it be, hun?
Ooh, a wine-basted burger. Gives damage up.
See you again.
Wolves don't scare me. If I find any, I'll whoop their butts. You're pretty spunky, ain't you? Don't let me down. She doesn't know wolves are actually the scariest enemy in the series. I went to catch a movie for the first time in a while, and my goodness, shook me to my core. My heart's still racing. I've worked up an appetite even. Steak sounds quite nice to me. You know I invented steak? Really killing me tonight. Back again? You ought to take a break. Isn't that, I hate this agent thing. Put us out together, Victor. As long as you and me still small enough to fit my arms, gotta keep this bistro going. Then you can go work in the mines. Like a good Calvardian. Well, not too like that, he's set for life. It's getting colder, that's probably what it is. Makes my back ache up. I can still sleep when I'm dead. Gotta care for you, mate, till she can take care of herself. In the mines. You sure you got that much left in the tank? I mean, he's probably not that old. I mean, she's like supposed to be like 26, 27, something like that. I mean, I guess he could have had her when he was already old, but I mean, I originally thought it was supposed to be her husband, so it doesn't really seem that old. That Victor's a whiny old coot. Ain't even broke 60. He's belly aching about his back, little ninny. Yeah, that works out. He's kind of got that, like, you know, could be 40, could be 50 anime look going on. The youngsters these days are so lazy. It's all cars and trains and public transportation for them. Back in my day, say the line. Say the line. Oh, no hill line, really? Back in my day, we walked and we liked it. It's good exercise. Didn't need no road or subway line to get what you wanted. Sure, let me just walk to Vantel from here, and I'm practical at all, and a car can get me there in minutes. You kids in your damn cars, bunch of softy drivel turning your legs to mush. Keep driving everywhere and the kids will be able to outrun you. Especially when they get that good mind workout, get that mind bod going. Get the mind stamina. Is it just me, or did you bring back some more plants? Indeed, I did. I was perusing the flower shop in Old Town and happened upon some wonderful plants. Are you also patrol the city? Do let me know if you need my assistance. I would be happy to help. Thanks, ain't that big a deal, really. More like a late night walk than a patrol. I got plenty to do tomorrow, so best take it easy and rest up tonight. Understood. Initiating sleep mode. Perhaps I can do some reconnaissance proceeding on a trip to Basel then. Professional obligations notwithstanding, I do look forward to the trip. Basel offers quite the array of scenery and architecture. It's not often I have the privilege of traveling both for business and for pleasure. Hee-hee. Hee-hee mode engaged. You may hee-hee every 100 seconds. Hee-hee. What's up? You writing a letter? I figured I'd let everyone back home know what I'm doing. I don't really know where to send it. Do you think I could just put, like, the East and they'll figure it out? We've written back and forth a few times, but man, there's so much to talk about now, I don't know where to start. First time in the Blacklight district for one. Avi might already know what that place is like. Wouldn't surprise him. May as well be on the Jaeger bucket list. I might have gone there as a Jaeger myself if I'd stayed there. If I hadn't been disowned for not killing my friend, even though she was already dying. But I like learning about stuff this way. Working with you has really opened my eyes to all these new things. So I was going to write to them about it. Every day out here is super exciting. I say go for it, until you really like the time. I'm just doing so much stuff now, I gotta pick something to write about, but what? I want to write to my little brother and sisters, but then there's so much I want to tell Ume. Or Umi? What are you doing, nerd? Oh, you're a cat. I mean, cats can be nerds, too. Meow! Alright, damn. Yeah, this cat every now and then. I guess this is his turf? Rude ass? Percentage chance the cat is a enforcer? Just... I mean, it's definitely not 0.
Here we are with the latest.
How is it this late?
Yeah, we should, speaking of how late it is, go ahead and call things, and then we'll start fresh next time with a little nighttime exploring, and then maybe in a video or two, probably 2 videos, we'll go to Basel finally. Oh boy. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.